To make basic pastry dough, combine flour and salt in a large bowl. Add chilled shortening and cut the shortening into the flour mixture using a pastry blender until the mixture is crumbly and the crumbles resemble the size of peas. Sprinkle ice water, 1 tablespoon at a time, evenly over the surface of the dough. The amount of water you need to add may vary depending on the humidity in the kitchen. Add enough to moisten all of the dry mixture, but not so much that the dough is sticky. Stir with a fork just until the dry ingredients are moistened. Don't overwork the dough because the more you stir, the more the gluten in the flour will develop. You'll end up with a tough crust. Gather the dough and shape into a ball or flat disc. Again, don't overwork the dough. Cover the dough with plastic wrap and chill it for about 30 minutes. To roll pastry dough, place a large sheet of wax paper onto a cutting board or directly onto the countertop if you prefer. Overlap 2 sheets of wax paper if necessary to get a large enough surface area. Sprinkle flour on the wax paper and place the ball of dough onto the center of the paper. Roll out the dough using a rolling pin, rolling from the center of the dough outward in a smooth, even motion. Roll the dough into a circle approximately 13 inches in diameter and about 1/8 of an inch thick. To make sure you've rolled the enough circle, you can hold the pie plate over the dough and see if your circle is about 2 to 3 inches larger than the plate. To place the dough into a pie plate, first cut the circle of dough in half. Lift the dough carefully and place the folded dough into 1/2 of the pie plate. Unfold to cover the entire pie plate, pressing gently to fit into the plate. Fold the dough under, creating a thick edge, even with the rim of the pie plate. Be careful not to stretch the pastry dough. You can make a decorative edge by pressing the pastry dough against the rim of the pie plate with 2 fingers. If your recipe calls for pre-baking the crust before the filling is added, prick the bottom of the pastry crust with a fork to keep it from puffing up or blistering during baking. This is called blind baking, and it's done to keep the crust from getting too soggy when it's baked with the filling. You can also use pie weights in the crust if you're pre-baking the crust. You can purchase pie weights in a kitchen store, or you can use uncooked dried beans as we have. Save the beans for this use only because they can't be cooked afterward. Line the bottom of the dough with foil and add beans or pie weights to cover the foil. Cook the crust as directed by the recipe. Remove the pie weights and the foil and let the crust cool in the pie plate on a wire rack.